this elephant in the room, like Lomas threw me under the bus on ESPN, right?
You know we were going to talk about it.
Well, of course we're going to talk about it. You dirtbag. Of course I'm going to talk about it, man. You throw me under the bus like that? Yeah, I'm going to talk. But here's the thing, Lomas. I was playing terrible in that game. Like, it was seriously, like, I wasn't playing that good. And I don't want to get into why and why not, but I was having a bad day. And man, maybe you should have taken me out, whatever. But there were times when looking back, I wish we would have had more time together than we actually did. But I was way too uptight.
Yeah. Well, talking about that, since we're on that subject, when I inserted my foot in my mouth, go back to that, Scott. I just remember after me and you talked, after the media just got this, it was just a media blitz. I mean, they were killing me on ESPN and they called you and everything. I just remember that time me and you talked, and the first thing you said to me was like, Lomas, I knew you didn't do that, because you remembered the play and everything, and we talked about that, and I'll tell you now, that made a world of difference, because, man, I was catching it. You thought you had caught it, man. I was catching it from every end about that statement that I made. But I think, like I said, the most comforting thing that came out of that was when me and you actually ended up talking. And you were like, well, I knew the play that you were talking about, and you didn't do that and stuff. So, it was just a great lesson. And that just lets you know who your friends really are. So I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you for that moment there, because, like I say, man, that was Herm.
Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
Can I jump in? Now, Scott,
While I'm eating my chicken, I'm eating my
here. Let me jump in. So here's a real question to Lomas. I know you say you put your foot in your mouth and that you actually found out you didn't do it. You talked to Scott about it. My question to you would be, would you have done it if you could have? Would you actually, if you thought you did it, would you actually had? Now I'm not throwing you up under the bus.
Right.
But I'm just curious.
Well, I wasn't that good of an actor, so I don't think I could have got away with that. But
it'd be like me saying, you know what, man, he's gonna throw me the ball. I'm just gonna drop it. I'm just gonna drop it because I don't care. I'm not even gonna get off this jam.
Nah, but it was rough, man. Scott knows, man. It was rough at that time when we were going that part of the game. I think we were down, and man, I think the frustration level was high at that point. And like I say, no, because my nature is protection, is be protective. So that's my nature. Just like in the movie The Blind Side, Big Mike. Yeah, that was my nature. But yeah, it was a lot going on. But to answer your question, Herman J., I don't think I would have did that.
That's a good man. I know you. I know you would.
But I think when you play professional football, like, there's a standard that you just live up to, and whether your team's good or bad, or you're having a bad day or whatever, I know everyone's out there trying to do the best that they can, and I would never in a million years think that a player would disrespect themselves, would disrespect the game, and do that. I didn't like Bobby Ross, okay, like, with a passion. And when I left Detroit and I was in Cincinnati, we were in a preseason game, and I had planned against the Lions. So I'm playing Cincinnati. We're playing the Detroit Lions. We're in Cincinnati. It's a preseason game. It doesn't even matter, right? It's a preseason game, and I had schemed in my head that I was gonna on a certain down, I was going to drop back and I was going to throw the ball right at Bobby Ross. I'm dead serious about this, man. I was so mad at him. And the moment came in the game. I said, I'm going to do it right here. Like, I don't care. It's first down, whatever. It's a preseason game. I do not care. I want that man to know I'm not happy about what happened. Scott, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, even in that situation. So, as much as I wanted to, And honestly, Lomas, you probably should have, really. I mean, I wasn't playing that good in the game. I mean, you really should have. And so I get it, but I just, I understand why you were telling the story and the frustration and the conversation and you'd like to do that kind of stuff because you go out on the field and you're busting your butt out there, and if you don't feel like everyone else is pulling their weight in it, you don't want them on the field. And I get that. I would feel the same way about a teammate, and I probably vocally said it to people at times where, man, you gotta pull it up. You gotta get it together here. And so I'm not faulting you at all for feeling that way at the time. Really,
Hey, Scott, man, you can go ahead and fault him, man. Don't worry about all that. Don't be afraid of him. We got MMA, man. You see all the celebrity boxing and all the celebrity stuff going on. You and Low, pay-per-view. I'm there. Just y'all gonna put on like you gonna put on just the one piece. You and Scott, you come out looking like just the one thing, and Lomas comes out in his
what am I looking like? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, I pay $5.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay about $5.
Oh, that's all, Scott. It ain't even worth it.
They gave Scott and Barry all the money, so I don't have any. I wouldn't be able to afford anything more than that.
Hey, Lomas, just so you know, my agent wanted to actually sue you.
Oh man, where's your agent at?
Yeah,
it might be between me and his agent now.
No, he was like, and it wasn't you. It was like ESPN. It's like, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go out. That's crazy. I mean, you're crazy. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm telling you, he was hot about it, Lomas. He was hot about it.
So I'm gonna tell you something I hadn't really told anybody. So that morning, before I went out on ESPN, they had actually found the play.
Right.
So they found the play. They seen the play. So they brought me in the office at ESPN, and they were like, Lomas, is this the play that you were talking about? And my mouth was wide open because I was like, yeah. And I mean, I'm blocking the hell out of my guy, and it was just the free guy that came off the end.
Well, it was Barry's guy.
Yeah. Well,
Barry can't block.
Yeah.